there is a specific frequency that if you are able to truly embody it, you will become the most attractive person in the room. You will be able to help other people expand in your energy, which will bring opportunity to you in so many different ways. And not only will it be attractive to other people, but it will be attractive to the life that you desire. And so there was this Russian study where they took 25,000 participants and they put them in this cage that there were no frequencies in it, other frequencies in it, no 5G, no EMFs, no anything, except for their frequency, the human's frequency. And the people running the study were able to read the frequency of the human, knowing what emotion they were in that given moment, like the exact emotion and mood that they were in. And so in the study, they were able to find out what frequency would actually affect the person in the room's mood the most. And I was thinking that it would maybe be unconditional love or gratitude, but it was actually authenticity. And so authenticity is 4 times more powerful than love. And that's what they found in the study. And so by being in our authenticity and our authentic truth, we are able to expand other people. We are able to open people up, because what is authenticity? Arlo, hey, shh, please. I have my dog right here and he is just having a mood. He needs more authenticity. Okay, so authenticity is the highest truth, right? It is the truth of who we are. It is our soul. And so like attracts like. So when you see someone in their authenticity, a part of you remembers who you are. And so I was asking myself the other day, I was like, I kind of thought about all the people that I follow online, like all the people I don't know who I follow. And some of them are like Christian, spiritual. Some people don't talk about their beliefs. Some people live in a van or a sailboat or on a farm. Like they're all so diverse. But I was like, why do I choose these people to follow? And the number one thing that they all had in common was that they are very authentic, that they're in their own authenticity, that they allow themselves to be with who they are in each season of life. Like they've often changed like their interests and their content and like the things that they share over time. And I love that about them because they're being authentic and it makes me feel good when I'm watching it. And so I was like, oh, that makes a ton of sense. And so there are things that maybe make it's not as easy as it sounds, right? We want to be authentic, but what does that mean? That means knowing who you are. That means remembering who you are. But knowing, Arlo, stop, baby. Knowing who you are means deconditioning your mind from all the stories of who you are. All the stories of what you think you are, what you think that you like, because other people maybe taught you that you like this thing, or maybe it's just the environment that you're in and like that's the culture of what people like. There's so many things that can take us away from our authenticity, from our authentic truth. And so there's different things that we can do. Like we can do EFT tapping to reprogram the mind, meditation will be like, it's so simple, but it's so powerful. Like doing mindful meditation at least 15 minutes a day. Like Abraham Hicks always talks about 15 minutes a day, mindful breathing, watch your breath, or pay attention to the air conditioner like she does, or do whatever you have to do to get into that place of just being the observer. And then you're able to observe your life. You're able to see maybe where things are in alignment with the truth of who you are or not. Like you can see the relationships, the jobs, the living situation, all that maybe are not feeling like they are for you, for your highest good. And so a little example, when Arlo, come here. How about you come up here? Yeah, a special treat. This is Arlo. Yeah, all right. Before Arlo was born, actually, before he was in my life and I was his mother, I went to the spiritual retreat in Florida, and I was currently in a relationship at that time with someone for almost 4 years, and we were living together, and we had a situation where the condo that we were living in was going up for sale, and we had to move to a new place. So we applied for 3 homes, we got approved for them, and then I went on this trip to the spiritual retreat with my mom in Florida. And here at this spiritual retreat, we are using our free will to choose the life that is most aligned with our soul. Like we're going up in the ethers, up above with all of our angels and guides and whatnot, and spending 3 days in this space and saying, I choose, you know, this and that and this and that are all aligned with my soul, with my authenticity. And so when I was doing that, I was like super excited. I was like, oh, this is great. But the truth of that means that in order to come into alignment with your authenticity, your authentic truth, you are going to have things fall apart. And so using your free will is really powerful. I talk about that in other videos. Like when you choose the timeline, you'll shift into the timeline especially when your mind and your soul come into alignment with it. And I was very in alignment because I was in a spiritual retreat. I had very little resistance. I was with other people who like didn't have resistance. It was easy to allow things to happen very quickly. So while I'm at this retreat, we lost all 3 houses that we were approved to. Like they all just did not work out anymore because of different reasons. And then my ex and I, or boyfriend at the time, we broke up while I was at that retreat. It just like the last straw happened, and I was like, I can't do it anymore. And when we broke up, I was like, oh my God, like I can't believe I actually just ended it. And so I was like, wow, like everything is falling apart. And I remember being in like the final class. No, we're not gonna make noise, please. Just be quiet. I was in the final class, the final lecture, and I'm like sobbing through it. And because we had just broke up and like everything that I had back in my world was actually like falling apart. But it was falling apart so that my life and the true life, my authenticity, my authentic life could come into its place. There was space being made, and there was no room for things that weren't in alignment anymore. And so then I came back, went through the breakup, got Arlo literally like a week later, and everything just started falling into place that was in alignment with my authentic truth. And so for like a year after that, it ended up being like I was leaving friendships that weren't aligned. I was quitting my job. I was clearing all the space of things that weren't aligned because I chose, like seriously chose that I want to live in my authenticity. I want to live in alignment with my soul and what my soul wants for me in this life. And when you listen, then you can start choosing like things that are actually meant for you, instead of being like, oh, I want like a, you know, I don't even know an example, but like maybe you don't even want the giant big fancy mansion. Maybe you want like a cute little homestead farm type thing, but because of the environment that you're in, you think you want these things. So it's really important to get clear on what you want and then choose it. And if you don't know what to choose, just choose what your soul wants. Say, I choose the life that my soul wants for me. And anyway, I hope that this message was helpful and that it resonates, and that you are inspired to truly find your authentic path and your authenticity, because once you do that, everything will start coming into alignment and you will truly feel fulfilled because you're living your life the way that you're meant to be living it, the way that your soul wants you to live it. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here. I just started sharing daily videos about like 2.5 weeks ago, and I hope to see you in the next one.